We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Miami Dolphins. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
Brings up second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Second and 21. A lot of ground to cover.
Watch the slap. Watch the slap. Watch the slap. 18.
Another try after the first down sack. Trubisky into a sea of defenders and intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Tua's throws taken in by Waddle. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Tua now on first down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Tua, that's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big play there for the Dolphins. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Ahmed. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. It's his 8th rushing touchdown on the year, his 11th overall. And the Dolphins are going to take a first quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0.
Saints, nothing. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Now Trubisky on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
They go play action with Trubisky. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. Now Trubisky. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. This defense for the Dolphins, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Dolphins 7, Saints nothing.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down.
Switch up. Move. 55. Right there, 55. You.
Here's Trubisky. Completing it here to Martin Jones. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
4-yard attempt.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd and 5 now. Tua over the middle and complete to Waddle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Edmonds a first down and more. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Waddle with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Saints 3.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
And that's all about recognition right there, because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, what defensive line coaches like to call retracing. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
Here we go. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
On third down, Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. It's Ingram. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. On first down, Trubisky. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. From the gun, it's Tua. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Tua sets up to pass it. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. Tua to throw again. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now first and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Escaping the pressure right. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins would extend their lead here just before halftime. Sanders now to add the extra point. And it's 21-3.
Kick is good. Makes the score Dolphins 21, Saints 3. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Saints take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Let's go, let's go. Alert, 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 alert. He's checking crab.
Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Trubisky to throw. That's to Thomas, who makes a nice catch. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
55, Mike 55. Rabbit. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Fourth down. Here's Trubisky. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They go play action. Trubisky. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
Just like that. Mike 55.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Waddle with his third touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Looking to throw again on second down. Trubisky. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Keon Crossen. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half.
That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, 37 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Dolphins offense cashes in with 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. On 1st and 10, it's Dolphins. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're going to get this all the way inside the Miami 15. 58 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see. They'll run here with Dobbins, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Here's Trubisky to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They're going on 4th down. It's Trubisky. That's to his running back. Complete. Touchdown. Mark Ingram. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will cut this lead down to 25.
Dolphins 35, Saints 10. Will Lutz.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be a 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there for the Dolphins.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Open net is Waddle, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point.
The ball comes out, and this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to lead to a third down. Tua going to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Trubisky's throw complete there to Thomas. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now Trubisky on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 2nd and 10, Trubisky. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 38-yard line.
That's good for the Saints.
Trubisky to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Throwing again on second down. Trubisky. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Down to the 25. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's looking all the more likely that a fifth straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 34-yard line.
Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 40 yards rushing for him now at his first 2 carries of the ballgame. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Now a handoff looking right. And he is going to lose yardage here. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And really, it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control out there.
Yeah, they deserve a ton of credit because you and I both know, heck, they knew. This is a tough place to play. Overcame that with ease, romped home with an easy win. And here's the best part for them. It'd be easy to get to the airport because the crowd left pretty early in this one, didn't they?
Well, plus they have a police escort.
Okay, you had to spoil that part of it. Of course, they're going to get there. But think about how wide open things are now because this crowd didn't expect this.
No.
So they went back to the tailgate and said, let's go eat. This one didn't any fun for us.
Yeah, they took the drama out of this one pretty early on. So for Miami, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now on the year. And they'll get another The confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. They love the black and gold here in the steel setting, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Here's Harris to return it. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. First carry for Najee Harris. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Carr now to throw. Flush to his right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Here's Carr to throw. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. What's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45.
Oh, that's a very good run there by Najee Harris, who can take it inside. He can get to the perimeter. He can do it all with his build and his speed. This is a guy coming out of Alabama who did everything for the Crimson Tide. That's why Pittsburgh took him in the first round. Last in the league in rushing as a team last year were the Steelers.
Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And some room to roam now.
You'll get nothing and
And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. And maybe that's the perils of being a rookie running back in the NFL. I mean, look, it's not easy to hold on to the ball at any level with these talented guys. But in this league, you can learn a lesson early.
Without a doubt, and what a tough reminder for any running back, especially a rookie. The things you got away with in college probably won't work so well in the NFL.
Prater for the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
The score, Seahawks 7, Steelers nothing.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Here's Harris to return it. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The 20. And he's going to give his guys great starting field position as he dives to the ground to get as much as he can.
And, partner, not only is he kicking himself right now, he's going to petition the league for 99-yard fields. That's almost not fair to get it that far and not get into the end zone. Nevertheless, a great return.
Harris. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? They'll try and run with Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal? They're going for it. This is Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Chris Nagar now for the extra point. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake. Kaepernick rolling to his right. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. To throw, Kaepernick. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Kaepernick. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Kaepernick to throw for it on 4th. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Aaron Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is up to 8.
Next to score, Seahawks 14, Steelers 6. Prater set to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Here's Harris to return it. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. On play action, it's Carr. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, now Carr. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports.
Steelers 6.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 62 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And now nothing but green ahead of him.
He's at the 30.
You know they pay me
10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Kaepernick's going to run it, and he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now a play fake. Carr steps away to his left. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. 20.
I need to get my swag right there.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you can. And, oh, he coughed it up, and the Seahawks have picked it up. Past midfield. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. A second quarter onside kick there that... And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Play action. Now it's Carr. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Now he steps away. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback.
And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Again, it's Harris. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. The Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. Carr. Buying time to his... Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Irv Smith Jr., his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Carr will look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he is going to get in there for the 2 points to make this a 12-point game. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the 2-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players. But most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now Kaepernick. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Kaepernick going to throw. He's got his tight end, Fant. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Kaepernick to throw again. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. 7 yards, the pickup there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. From midfield, here's Kaepernick. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up second down. No, third down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw, Kaepernick. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Well, no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. That ball caught by Slayton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Carr now on 1st down. Going for the deep ball. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
2nd and 10. Here's Carr. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. Nagar's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there. And now 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
54, right there, 54 Mike.
Now this time, Carl throw. His throw incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Carr to throw. Being chased out left. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Oh, the terrible towels here at Heinz Field out in full force. Here's 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Prater's kick is good. And that will give them a 12-point lead. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. This is Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, his second touchdown of the night. And the Steelers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. So there you go. They needed a big play, and they got one there on the touchdown run.
And that was a very important drive. Of course, they all are when you're trailing in the second half. But what I really liked, they didn't panic. They knew they still had time to run the football and keep playing their game.
So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Called it the 21. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jones running on 1st down, but finding it pretty tough going as he'll get forward for only about 3 there before he's taken down. Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he'll get this pretty close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 29. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. To throw is Kaepernick. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They hand off to their big tight end. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Completes it to Fant on the right side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead,
and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Aaron Jones with his second touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Prater for the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
36, Steelers 25.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Here's Harris to return it. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Throwing deep for Galladay. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Now Carr. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now whistles here before the snap, but it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now a play fake. Carr. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. Into the red zone. It's Carr. Once again, he finds Slayton. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
At the Seahawks 14.
Throwing now is Carr. Smith catches left side. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Carr now to throw. And he held on to it too long. A coverage sack. Down he goes. 3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Carr. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play. They max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
53 yards rushing for him now to this point. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here's Kaepernick. This one swung out here to Jones. Touchdown, Seahawks. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Seahawks have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. Here we go now as they will again try for 2. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Carr. That's complete to Slayton. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Carr now on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. To try again after the sack. Carr. Looking long for Thomas. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the judge. Incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. That's going to set them back 5 yards. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. The give is to Jones. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. To throw, Kaepernick. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they get the flag for pass interference. Big call there on 4th down.
But it's the right call, and as much as I want to see them play through incidental contact, he's definitely there too early.
Oh, Kaepernick's going to throw it. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
It's almost hard to believe that Joey Bosa is in his 6th season now with the Los Angeles Chargers. A Pro Bowler 3 out of the last 4 seasons. He led the team with 7.5 sacks in 2020. One of the great technicians as a pass rusher in the league.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8.